I started to have success in Division 1, and I started to begin to do some scratch racing. I was winning a little bit in handicap. I think I won 6 handicap main events in Division 1. I started having my confidence built, and I started really doing well. And I said, I'm going to win this championship. I'm going to go all the way for Fairchild. And I had success at this Division 2-1 track at the Otay Mesa. I won the big crowning championship there. And I had gone to Bakersfield one time. I won a handicap main D1 first time in there when they had the Speedway team racing. And I said, I'm going to be on a Speedway team, and I'm going to go all the way, man. I'm going to do this, because I knew how much this meant to Fairchild to have successful Speedway riders. And I was developing after I had a little bit of seat time and had some time to practice racing. And things were going good, and I was just really looking forward to a bright Speedway future. I really believed that I was going to win the national championship. Some of you may be laughing, saying, oh, there's no way. But you didn't see me ride, some of you guys. And I could ride a Speedway bike when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. Just like most of the young Speedway riders today can ride a Speedway bike pretty good if they're hot little riders. And I had this dream for Fairchild to do this. And I was very excited about the future, about winning this championship. And I was prepping my bike, because I would do that before every race at Fairchild's place in Pasadena. And I looked up at Jerry as I was working on my bike, because he didn't actually prep my bike. I did it because I was just a young rider at the time. And Jerry had tears in his eyes. And I said, what's wrong, Jerry? And he said, one of the promoters at Costa Mesa has cut the SRA. And he was devastated, because Jerry was actually the president of the SRA, which is an organization for the riders, like a union. And they help increase the money for the Speedway riders. They had 35% of the gate, plus they had a big purse every night. And the top 5 or 10 Speedway riders were cleaning up. And the top 1 or 2 was basically getting rich. And Jerry just looked at me, just devastated, heartbroken. And he said, Speedway will never be the same again. And he was correct. Speedway never has been the same ever since that promoter destroyed the SRA. And Fairchild told me, he said, Brian, the Speedway riders are going to be racing for trophies now. Maybe the top 1 or 2 may make a little bit of money, but all this money that the Speedway riders were making, no more. There's not going to be the big money that Speedway is going to be generating from now on. And Jerry was heartbroken, and he said, I think I'm going to quit Speedway. And I went up to Jerry and I said, no, you can't, because I'm going to win a national championship for you. I'm going to make you proud of me, Jerry. And he said, Brian, I don't think so. I'm not interested in Speedway no more. It totally destroyed him, having the SRA cut. And it was cut just for promoter to make more money, which was not very nice. And I was heartbroken. I'm like, this guy is just getting out of Speedway, for this. And I was devastated, because my whole dream was loyalty to Fairchild. I wanted to show him that he picked the right guy to help out. And I had done pretty well in they had a world qualifier championship, and I had beat some of the top riders, and I was kind of doing well. And I was moving up the ladder, let's say. And I just said, I can't make it without Fairchild. I don't want to make it without Fairchild. So one day, after he moved to Corona on Wyrick Road, I went up to his house, and I spoke with him and his wife, Ida, inside the house. And I begged Jerry, please help me, because I want to win a championship for you. And I want to make you and your wife proud of me. And my loyalty is for you, not for anyone else, because Jerry discovered me when I was nothing. And I was progressing, and I believed I was going to be something. And Jerry just said, I don't know. He was thinking about it. And his wife, Ida, said, no, Jerry, you will not help Brian. You're getting out of Speedway. They were so mad because of the destruction of the SRA, that Jerry ended up saying, no, Brian, my wife says I can't help you no more, and you have to go away and do it on your own. That was heartbroken. It just destroyed me. And that was one of the big causes, because I wanted to do it for Fairchild because I was loyal to him. And I sort of thought about it. I did some praying and stuff, and I just realized that I didn't want to race Speedway no more. I had a few little injuries, and a few people got paralyzed, and I saw some things happen to some of the riders, and Fairchild wasn't there with me. And I just felt that, this wasn't a good situation. I was friends with Johnny Rocio, Ernie Rocio's brother, who Ernie passed away in '52 on a Speedway bike in London. And Johnny was racing for teams in England at the time. And he had a sour taste for British League Speedway because of his brother passing on the Speedway track. And Johnny saw how good I was. And he had all these parties with like Brigo and Ivan Major and stuff. And I told Johnny, hey, tell Brigo and Ivan to watch me and see if, they would be interested in helping me out, get to the British League. And Johnny said, no, I'm not going to do that, because he had a sour taste in his mouth for his brother passing. So Speedway kind of I don't know, everybody quit on me. And especially Fairchild. He was a great tuner. He was an amazing mind. He really was an amazing mind. He worked on cars, fuel injection, and he worked on Mercedes-Benz, was his specialty in his shop. And he would fly to Germany, and he would be teaching the Germans how to do fuel injection. So he was teaching the people who were designing the cars how to design the cars. So Fairchild was a brilliant mind. He was not just a mechanic. He was a genius.